I have ventured all the way to Boonville and left downtown Evansville to come visit Harper Guitars. I'm here with Jacob Harper, and he's making headlines recently because he just custom made a guitar for Alex Lifeson of Rush. Jacob, tell us about, like, how did you get started? Where did this craft come from?
Well, I've always played music, so since I was a little kid, and I've always been interested in engineering and architecture, and that's what I've worked in, all my life. So at some point there was kind of the melding of the two. I wanted to build my own guitar, and so I bought the equipment and started making, and the first one wasn't too bad. It played, and I got the bug from that point on, and made about 8 guitars until my wife kind of said, "This is a really expensive hobby," and I was so enamored and into it that I didn't realize, yeah, it's a really expensive hobby. So started selling them. Soon after that, formed my company, with a group of friends and investors, and we just we got lucky enough to make the right connections, meet the right people, and that's kind of what catapulted us, and gracious to have those friends that help us build our network really fast.
So, how long have you been in business then?
We've been in business since 2013.
That's quite a leap from having a hobby to starting a business, and now you've got your guitar in the hands of big names in the music industry. Right. How many guitars do you think you've made?
Somewhere around 300.
Yeah. And like, how much time goes into creating one?
Well, it depends. We offer 14 different models, and I'd say the basic just bolt-on neck guitar takes 3 to 4 weeks.
Sure.
All the way up to 3 months on, a big hollow body, steam bent carved top guitar.
Sure. Now, are there other woodworking crafts, for lack of a better word, that you make besides just guitars, or is it strictly guitars in the shop?
Every once in a while, my kids will want me to make something, and really simple stuff, and just stuff around the house. I still the fixer-upper in the house, so it's kind of nice having the tools to do.
Of course, of course. Do you have a favorite of the guitars you've made?
My last one.
Really?
Everybody always asks me that, and I just say the last one was my favorite, and the next one will be my next favorite.
Sure.
It's a custom shop, so everyone's different.
Right.
And I thrive on that design challenge and people throwing odd things at me that I haven't thought about yet, and kind of incorporating that. Out of the 300, I've probably only built a handful that were copies, replicas of other things I've done.
Sure. So almost every one of them then is unique in its own way. There are different fret boards or fret markers. There are different styles of those, but the headstock on most of your guitars appear to have something that looks like a crescent moon. Is there a significance to that?
Yeah, I mean, my design was kind of influenced. I love the F-style mandolins. I love the scroll and the shape of them. So, that kind of inspired me on the shape. And I love the headstocks on a fiddle, a violin, and a upright bass, and kind of how it scrolls back.
Sure.
So, I wanted to add something different than just a plain, non-3D headstock. So that's what I came up with, is that little scroll.
And now it's kind of synonymous from the looks of it with your guitars.
I believe so. And it helps me pick them out if I ever see one on stage. So.
Sure. Yeah. Now, speaking of seeing them on stage, I'm sure Lifeson's not the first person in the rock and roll industry or the music industry even to get their hands on a Harper guitar. Who are some other people you've made guitars for?
It started out with a mutual friend and investor in my company. I just happened to know a guy that was auditioning for Uncle Cracker, and Kevin McCurry, who recently passed, and we all miss him a lot, but he was my first main act that I ever built for. And that was really early on. That was around the 14th or 15th guitar I made. And Cage the Elephant, they've been great guys, and they're from Kentucky, not far from where I grew up, and Nick Bockrath with them.
Sure.
And Three Doors Down, and these connections are all kind of coming from a few friends we have,
right,
you know, in the industry that can help me out and, you know, help me get my name out.
Where do you see it going? Like, what is your ultimate goal with your guitars?
You know, we thought a lot about that when we, you know, kind of had a business plan and we were getting the group together and forming a company. We thought we had it worked out, and, you know, life throws curveballs at you, and
sure.
The music industry, the instrument industry, it's a tough business, and, you know, you see custom boutique builders that only handle a certain amount, and then you see large corporations,
right,
and builders, and there's not a lot in between, because it takes, I don't know, we don't know that magic sauce yet of
right.
what it takes to get past being a custom builder, and I don't know that I'm wanting to take that step. I like the fact that every guitar is a custom, it's different.
Sure.
But as far as the future, it's been so fast lately, like milestones that I thought someday I'll do that. It's like every year I think back and go, wow, you know, I had no idea I'd be doing that. So we're just going to take it as it comes and, you know, build the brand and make sure the quality's there, and
sure.
then we'll go from there.
That's awesome. So we're sitting in what you said was originally a sound booth, or your sound studio,
yeah.
And you turned your sound booth into a paint booth to do the custom work on the guitars. What was that transition like, as far as, you know, turning a sound booth into a paint booth? Was there a lot of...
It's just necessity. I mean, I've played music. I've played live. I had several bands through high school and college and after college, and I miss it a lot, but one outweighed the other as far as time.
Sure.
And so it was just necessity. That's what I needed, and that was the spot.
That was the spot. It's the spot that worked.
Mm-hmm.
So does everything stay out here in the shop? You don't bring things into the house? Does the wife get tired of seeing guitars everywhere?
No, she'd want me to play more.
Really?
And I've got 2 kids, and they would love it if I sat around and played more, and try to find the time to do that.
Well, I appreciate you taking time to chat with us today. I'm actually starting a new segment on the GBF YouTube channel. I just thought of the name of it on the way over here, and it's GBF'n Awesome. And that's what Jacob is. That's what Jacob's business, Harper Guitars, is. And this is the first installment. We'll do it again. We'll find more interesting things, more interesting people, and we'll chat with them and find out what's GBF'n Awesome in Evansville and the Tri-State.
Thanks for watching the GBF YouTube channel. If you liked what you see, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below, and then check out more videos from 103 GBF.